Everyone mentioned today is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and everything I discuss here is theory until proven fact, even if it is.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seeds as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, let me just preface this by saying that I'm a conspiracy theorist too, but I just think that Candace Owens has gone too far, and I've just myself personally caught her out on a few things, but it's up to you who you listen to. I will never tell anyone who to listen to. Yeah, but just use discernment, do your own research. Okay, let's get into it. Hopefully this is the last time I have to speak about this, unless it's reporting something like about the court case that's happening now. I'm hoping. Okay, how you going, Alex? Good to see ya. Who else we got? Deb, good to see ya. J1, good to see you. Janelle. Who else have we got in here? Stop in and say hello. Teddy Bear, how you going? Yes, I'm back. It's been a while. And Pinkster, how you going? Okay, let's get into it. ACW1113, I don't know. Hot Sports Opinion, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes. It's all about making the centre-right to right social media sphere so effing toxic that everyone checks out. I have another theory on this, right? Now, this is someone who, you know, hasn't got any likes or anything, but it made me think. And I think they're partially right. These people have been sent in here to make conspiracy theorists look absolutely nuts. That's what I think. And I'm feeling this too. So freaking toxic that everyone checks out. I feel like checking out on this, you know. But anyway, I'm going to do this and then that'll be it. And I'll only be reporting it during the news. I know I said that last time, but I will be. Unless Candace gets more outrageous than she already has. E.L. Jacoby said breaking Megyn Kelly slams Candace Owens, finally, and others for trying to inject themselves into the investigation of Charlie Kirk's murder. Stop requesting or requiring the FBI or DOJ to update its evidence for you. It's not just that. This is a state's case. The FBI are assisting, but they are not a major part of that. It's a state case, which means the state is investigating. But anyway, the court case is apparently going on as we speak, so let's see what happens. That's what I'm waiting for. I want to see what happens, because even I've got questions, and it's pretty normal, I think, to question when things don't look right. But I don't think insinuations and accusing people left, right and centre is the greatest idea either. We can have theories, but, yeah, don't put it forward as fact, which I think she does. But anyway, Tim Pool said if there was a grand conspiracy from international forces to kill Charlie Kirk and they wanted to cover it up, they would just ban, her from all of these platforms. Oh, Candace. If there's one person making it incredibly easy for Tyler Robinson to be found not guilty, it's Candace Owens. And there's Tim Pool going off again on Candace. Now, I do like Tim Pool. I don't always agree with him, but I like him. But this is just, the whole thing is insane right now. Okay, Cinema Shogun said, holy shit, Tim Pool reaffirms that Candace Owens hated Charlie Kirk. Oh, she hated him. You know why? Because if you love someone enough, right, and you feel slighted or done wrong by, you might turn around and hate them for it. Okay, that's how I feel about Candace, like a woman scorned. That's how it feels. And where's her husband during all this? She's going in on another man, like seemingly obsessed by it. She's done nothing but report on it for the last, how long has it been since it happened? I'd be a bit worried if I was him, but hey, that's only me. Okay, Cinema Shogun again. Holy shit, Tim Pool reaffirms. Yep, okay. The Candace Owens hated Charlie Kirk. Let's have a listen. It's a short one.
I'll start here. I have seen text messages. There are several conservatives who said Candace Owens was going around in the few months before Charlie was assassinated saying she hated Charlie Kirk. That is true. That is true. I have seen the texts. Now, the issue is, did she actually say it? Well, these people are going around behind the scenes being like, this is what Candace Owens told me. I'll start here.
Okay, so it's hearsay, really. Okay, I'm trying to stay neutral on this one, okay? I'm trying not to go on one side or another, but I can't help myself. Nathan Livingston, Milk Bar TV, said going through old episodes of Candace Owens and stumbled upon Candace joking about being assassinated by the Macrons back in January. What a coincidence. This is absolutely 100% for sure happening for real now. Let's have a listen.
All right, guys, happy Tuesday, and I'm so sorry I'm running late. I really should not play with your emotions like that. You guys probably thought that I got assassinated by the French president and his husband. I did not. I was genuinely running late. I had a lot of stuff going on at the home today with the kitties. But okay, I'm here, and there's a lot to cover. Justin Bieber, is continuing the purge. He has...
Okay. There you go. I don't really want to listen to it, to be honest. Oh, shit, I've heard so much of the last few days. Oh, my God. So, yeah, she joked about being killed by the Macrons, okay, when she was late for a stream. Wonder if that has anything to do with her idea today that they're trying to kill her. Or is it the Jewish people? I mean, if someone was going to assassinate her, if it was the Jews, they would have had her deplatformed. Brick Suit said Candace Owens previously said she would stop if Erica asked her to. Erica has now asked Candace to stop. She has. She got on and asked her to stop. Now Candace said she will only stop if Erica can be explicit about what Candace is lying about. The sound you hear is Candace moving the goalposts again. Well, she is. To be honest, she is. Because she did say she would stop if Erica or her husband asked her to. I heard her say it herself. But no. Let's have a listen.
But she says, I'm lying. And Erica responds, and her answer to what do you want to say to the podcaster Candace Owens, who is lying, is stop. So Erica would like me to stop lying. And I would like to honor that, okay? I can only honor that if Erica is more explicit in terms of what I have lied about.
She didn't ask you to, she just said stop. Oh my God. Okay, because I did listen to Erica yesterday, okay? I'm going to tune in for when is it, the 15th? I'm going to tune in for that one and see what happens. Jason, American Patriot, said Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens had not been on speaking terms for well over a year before his death. The last joint public appearance was on May the 7th, 2024. Owens hadn't spoken at a TPUSA event in 3+ years. Kirk unfollowed her on X and stopped having her on his show in 23-24. TPUSA board member Erica Bolling confirmed in September 25 they hadn't communicated in years. The current feud is real, but the claim that they were close friends right up until his assassination is inaccurate. Okay? So you make up your own mind from all this. Keith Woods said in 2007, Candace Woods used the NAACP to get a $37,500 settlement from Stanford after she was allegedly the victim of racism. In 2015, at the peak of Gamergate hysteria, she made an anti-conservative, anti-gamer website and then doxing website named Social Autopsy, which we know, where she doxed children. After Trump won and conservative alt media blew up, she had an overnight conversion to conservatism, with Trumpism crying out for the based minority representatives. She made herself the face of Brexit. After previously being a Zionist, she flipped on that issue. Well, after anti-Zionism exploded on the right post-October the 7th, anyway. These wild swings make sense when you realise that narcissists like Candace treat beliefs like costumes, that they like to be swapped out for attention and status. She has never actually evolved or reevaluated her beliefs. She just jumped between cultural flashpoints wherever there was a ready-made audience to whom she could cast herself as a heroic victim. In the Obama era, she was the victim of racism. During Gamergate, she was standing up to gamer trolls. In the Trump era, the woke left. After October the 7th, the Zionists. And now that she has no filters, she's convinced herself the entire government are trying to kill her. Okay. Drew Hernandez said breaking. Candace Owens said she will honour Erica Kirk's request to stop if Erica can tell her what she's lying about. Yeah, grab your popcorn. This is getting interesting. Seriously. It is interesting, right? But it reminds me of, like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. Holy shit. Sorry, guys, but really. Okay, I'll just go through the Candace and I'll leave the rest for later. I'll do the rest tomorrow on another stream on YouTube before we go over to Rumble to watch the X-Files. And it's quite a funny X-Files episode, by the way. Okay. C3, reminder, 95% of legacy media coverage of Kilmar Abrego Garcia is positive. 95% of legacy media coverage of Charlie Kirk is negative. One is an illegal gang member, trafficker, and the other was a Christian father working to make America a better place. Who do you think are the enemy of the people when the media put this in a positive light and this in a negative light? Interesting, isn't it? Okay, there is some interesting news coming around now, which is why I kind of thought, I really don't want to do this today. But anyway, Shadow of Ezra said Erica Kirk says she's in possession of Charlie Kirk's cell phone and insists he was not receiving death threats the day before he was assassinated. He was not messaging people the day before saying, I'm going to be murdered, someone's going to kill me. She says none of those messages existed. Okay. Oh, who does that look like? I put this in there just because, okay? Who does this look like? Who would you, honestly, who do you think that looks like? Obama. I don't know. Interesting, though. Big Mike. How you going, Peg's Place? Good to see ya. Disclosed TV said, wow, NATO cheat. Oh, yeah, no, I read that one. Now, okay, let's go through and find all the Candace ones. Oh, dear, dear, dear. I should have put them in the Candace folder, but I didn't. Tyler Robinson, yeah, we saw that yesterday. Now I'm really going to have to search for it now. Okay. Stephen Crowder said, I'm glad to see everyone finally connect the dots on Candace, but this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone who's been paying attention. Don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, no, do I have to listen to her again?
My heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics, and they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. They're like holiday and a boulevard. And it's never on a nice side of town either. Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not going to be a nice side of town. Anyways, I will be back on the 27th, you guys.
Okay, I can't listen anymore. It's absolute garbage. Okay, people probably say that about me. Who knows? Okay, let's see what the next one is. Because there was a thread in here about it too. Okay, Erlandara said Candace Owens goes off on Israel and the hypocrisy of male conservative commentators that stay silent about things like Israel protecting pedos now. Oh, my God. If you're not with, say it's black and white for some people. If you're not with her, it's this. But no, it's not. There are just some people that sit back and go, I don't know about this, and I'm one of them. Tosca Austin said, unpopular opinion post, hear me out, don't judge. In my opinion, Candace Owens has become the perfect controlled opposition psyop to fracture MAGA from within. Think about it. She drops red pills that sound based. She pivots to attacking POTUS, Trump's most loyal voices in the party. Creates endless circular firing squads over America First purity tests. Demonises Israel and Jewish influence in a way that encourages the media to paint the entire MAGA movement as anti-Semitic. Splits the coalition right as we need unity for the most for 2026. Timing is never accidental. Who's paying her? Someone who benefits from it. Every time Republicans start looking strong, suddenly Candace the Truth Teller pops up to nuclear right's biggest influences and sow maximum division. She's not waking people up, she's herding angry conservatives into a cul-de-sac where they fight each other instead of the left. We've seen this playbook before. Isolate, radicalise, marginalise and destroy. Stop falling for it. Trump isn't perfect. He's done the best he can given the red resistance. America First means keeping the coalition together, not burning it down over ego and grift. 2026 is coming. The Democrats are salivating. United we win. Divided they take the House and impeach Trump again. Voila, Trump is a lame duck. Mission accomplished. Choose wisely. Yep. Okay, this one was one I wanted to go into. DD Geopolitics, the construction of Candace, a thread. Earlier this year, we reported that Candace Owens was introduced to her husband, George Farmer, by Allie Hanley, wife of William Lee Hanley Jr., who ran the CIA's media arm, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Let's dig deeper. Let's. The CPB is essentially a domestic version of the Voice of America, the CIA's international media arm, which was run by Tucker Carlson's dad. Lee Hanley, who ran the CPB under the Reagan administration, was also best friends and donor to CIA Director Porter Goss. Tucker Carlson's dad, Dick Carlson, not only ran Voice of America, but he became the CEO of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting in 1992. Just a few years after Lee Hanley ran it, what a small world Candace and Tucker have been part of. We got confirmation from TPUSA insiders that Ali Hanley was part of introducing Owens and Farmer in 2018 at Turning Point UK event. Parler CEO and Turning Point UK chairman, George Farmer, then proposed to her in a very strange way over FaceTime 17 days later. No dates either. They didn't have any dates before that. He just rang out of the blue and proposed to her. Something's missing. Anyway, the first thing Lee Hanley obituary remembers him for is how strongly of a believer in Judeo-Christian values he was. And then Ali Hanley sets Owens up with the son of Lord Michael Farmer, the Christian Deputy Chair for the Council for Christmas and Jews. Weird. According to its website, the Council for Christians and Jews is the United Kingdom's leading forum for Christian Jewish engagement, and George Farmer's House of Lords dad, Michael Farmer, runs it. It's also important to remember that Republican billionaire Rebecca Mercer co-founded Parler, for which George Farmer was CEO of. Mercer is also a major donor to J.D. Vance's Rockbridge Network and an investor in 1789 Capital, which duns both Tucker and Rockbridge. Candace may be the biggest grifter in conservative history. In 2017, she claimed, "I became a conservative overnight. I realised liberals were the real racists." Strangely, it was also 2017 when she was first promoted by Israeli agency Explore Talent. Explore Talent was started by Israeli pornographer and tech entrepreneur Miriam Schaffer of the prominent conservatives promoted by Explore Talent are below. By the way, the private investigator who hired Kate and Price in number 7 was Eric Prince. Quite the weird network. Explore Talent was essentially a Facebook for people trying to get into the entertainment industry with 11 million users. So in the spirit of objective reporting, we should clarify the link between Owens and Shafrir is not strong, but the Explore Talent network is interesting. Well, it's about as strong as what Candace Owens is talking about. Owens' story for how she became a conservative was that liberals were doxing her over her website, socialautopsy.com, in 2016, which was a doxing website to begin with. So, of course, she was doxed back by both liberals and conservatives. We aren't buying her story. She launched a social autopsy in 2016. She said she would expose bullies on the internet by tracking their digital footprint. The site would have solicited users to take screenshots of offensive posts and send them to the website, where they would be categorised by the user's name. She uses crowdfunding or Kickstarter for the website. The proposal was immediately controversial, drawing criticisms that Owens was de-anonymising, doxing internet users and violating their privacy. According to the Daily Dot, people from all sides of the anti-harassment debate were quick to criticise the database, calling it a public shaming list that would encourage doxing and retaliatory harassment. Both conservatives and progressives condemned the website. In response, people began posting Owens' private details online. With scant evidence, Owens blamed the doxing on progressives. Following that, she earned the support of conservatives involved in a Gamergate harassment campaign, including right-wing political commentators such as Mio Yiannopoulos and Mike Cernovich. Subsequently, Owens became a conservative in 2017, saying, "I became a conservative overnight. I realised liberals were actually the racists. Liberals were actually the trolls. Social autopsy is why I'm conservative." Really? Kickstarter suspended funding for social autopsy and the website was never created. No, but it was still used by people. After TPUSA, Owens went to work for Netanyahu associate and Israel's top propagandist in America, Ben Shapiro of the Daily Wire. Okay. She got her start through Israel. For a long time, Owens was a big promoter of Locals.com even after she left the Daily Wire, which was started by Dave Rubin and former IDF Asif Lev. How are we supposed to believe her falling out with the Daily Wire was real with all these Israeli connections? Owens also had strange ties to the Thiel-verse in 2022. Peter Thiel was a major backer of what was supposed to be an anti-woke bank called Glorify. Candace Owens was asked to be the public face of it, but the project ultimately failed. Glorify failing ended up being good for Candace as independent journalist shtick she's been doing since she left the Daily Wire, because it would not look good for her to be associated with Thiel while she's doing Franca's Subversion. That would be too obvious. Oh, but it is obvious that Candace is part of the Thiel network. What if we told you the founder of Freedom Phone that Owens announced as the launch for in 2021 was Eric Finman, who CNBC has described as Peter Thiel Bitcoin ally who considers Thiel one of his heroes? I don't trust CNBC either. And what if we told you there were reports going around earlier this year that South African Chinese billionaire owner of Los Angeles Times, Patrick Soon-Shiong, was exploited, teaming up with Owens, and Soon-Shiong was nominated by Thiel to be director of the NIH. That was reported by Soon-Shiong himself in an interview with Tucker Carlson, another weird Tucker Carlson interview. Remember George Farmer telling the story of how he was on the way to South Africa when he FaceTimed Candace Owens to ask her to marry him? What's up with all these South Africans in American politics? Musk, David, Sachs, I can't even say that name, someone Botha and Soon-Shiong. Can't say the name. Sorry, I've got a tickle again. This is ridiculous. With all these billionaires Candace Owens is tied in with, Thiel, Mercer, Soon-Shiong, why does she, Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk continue to try to Fed jacket Nick Fuentes, who reported last week that John Mappin also is part of introducing Farmer and Owens? This looks like everyone turning on each other. That's what this looks like. John Mappin and Ali Hanley were both at Turning Point UK event where George Farmer and Candace Owens were introduced. Also, the Mappin family are the official jewellers of the British Crown. So what's the point of all of this? Many believe Candace Owens changed after she left the Daily Wire, but if her marriage was possibly arranged by the feds and she still is heavily connected to multiple billionaires and British aristocracy, and she hides this, did she really? If she still refuses to dig deep into JD Vance and his Silicon Valley network and super weird background, which includes being groomed by Peter Thiel, did she really change, or is she just as fake as Vance? This person seems to think JD Vance is fake too. I don't know. I haven't looked into that. Candace Owens needs to address her strange network if she wants to continue conducting journalism with terrible evidence. Otherwise, she looks like her purpose in media right now is to make Israel critics look like insane conspiracy theorists. That's interesting. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I know. It was Al. Yep. Seems that way. Everyone's fake. It's all fake. Everyone's fake. Okay, do I need to eat a mint? Try and stop my tickle. Hang on. Okay, Liberal tier creator said breaking. According to high-level source, Candace Owens is a deep state psyop being used by both British intelligence and the CIA. Her husband's family, British royalty highly involved with British intelligence, convinced Candace to help destabilise the Republican Party prior to midterms. Well, that's interesting because if Tyler, what's his name? The guy being looked at right now, if he was CIA, MK Ultra or something, and if she was too, wouldn't she try to derail that court case and taint the jury pool? I don't know, I'm just asking questions. Okay, we already heard about that one. Okay, this one. Safety Swipe, a full article by Candace Owens, the Home Wrecker. Okay, this is by Candace Owens in January 6, 2016. And I know this is going to pee a lot of people off because cheating is awful, because millions of families are torn apart year after year because therapy, because counselling, that's why. I mean, even without the promise of marriage, the devastation it causes on even the most basic levels of dating is unthinkable, horrible. But I think affairs are romantic. I've an admittedly twisted mind. I've never swam along with the masses. Where the world sees black lines, I'm blinded by colours and shapes. Wonderful patterns, daring zigzags, lyrical neons. We hear that someone has had an affair and the world cries out, tragedy, but sweet comedy. Is this what she thinks? It must be. She wrote an article about it. Humour found not in the collateral damage or tears, but in our inescapable humanity. I laugh with the universe as it silently mocks our institutions, marriage, dating and their associated obligations. Structured lines, make-believe lines, rendered powerless by our inevitable chaos. By the one look and then lust. The one sentence and then the fall. And falling is falling after all. It's a descent and there's a crash. Without intent, purpose or control. Nobody falls on purpose. It's fatal misstep and then gravity. At risk to both yourself and others. So is she all for cheating, is she? Institution broken rules, subsequent anger hurt. A fall nonetheless. Because it's the soul that's got the mind on the leash after all. Nurtures master. Nature nurtures master. And I think those kinds of affairs are romantic. The kind that knock two people out of their minds. What about their freaking partners? Have you forgot about the other side? Head in the ground, feet in the clouds, and nothing was ever the same. I wonder if that's what she thought. I don't know. Grok linked the article so I can read it. So it did. That was apparently what Grok found. Wow. Okay, interesting though. Interesting, like if even I know Erica Kirk's background, people are saying that that's questionable. But so is Candace's. So what are we actually looking at here? Who knows? Ryan Sprouse said the Treasury Department sent a letter last week to Conservative influencer Erica Kirk with findings that contradict fraud allegations about the finances at Turning Point USA. The allegations surfaced when some questions were raised on social media about TPUSA's finances, causing some to ask for refunds on small dollar donations, which Candace told them to do. Treasury's letter said TPUSA is not being examined or are under investigation by the IRS. No, they apparently do it every year. They get someone else, a third party, to go in and look at it. I don't know. I wasn't there. Oh, my God. Is that it? Can I finally stop now? Because that would be really good if that's all I've got. I've already got a headache thinking of doing this stupid story this morning. Okay, I think it might be. No? Tiffany Savage, Candace Owens Rewind. She used to run a Liberal blog called the Republican Tea Party Crazy and said the good news was those Republicans would eventually die off, so social change could happen. She ran that site up through the late 2016, even while it bashed Trump, then pivoted to being his biggest fan a year later. Her Blexit group and media career are heavily financed by wealthy white conservative donors, with specific big dollar amounts documented from multiple billionaire families. Critics across the spectrum explicitly describe her model as grifting racist white people for profit. 2015, Candace Owens was running a Liberal site where she mocked the Tea Party Republicans, where she called them crazy, said she hoped they would die off, mocked Trump as racist, and even ran a whole post clowning his manhood. Among the stories that ran on the site, a critical look at Trump's Muslim ban titled Serious Question, Is Donald Trump a Social Experiment?, in which the writer compared Trump to Hitler. An explainer on how Trump can still be a racist even if he's married to an immigrant, and a satirical investigation into the size of Trump's penis. Spoiler, probably small, the story concludes. BuzzFeed was able to view posts from the now defunct site Degree 180 through the Internet Archive. One story, the problem with humanism and all lives matter, made the case why the counter Black Lives Matter slogan was misguided. Another story begged Caitlyn Jenner to reconsider her support for Ted Cruz, who the author claimed wouldn't be a good advocate for transgender people. And a self-explanatory story is called Your Issues with Dating Shorter Men Are Misogynistic. The report does note that Owen's own posts on the site tend to shun the political. Instead, she usually opted to write personal essays, including one about her struggle with anorexia, which, according to a recent report from The Root, Owens has attributed to the violent racism she experienced while living in Stamford, Connecticut. She's from a rich family, by the way, too, guys, just to let you know. She's also advised readers on how to get prescription stimulants without so much as a doctor's evaluation, and wrote a piece titled F Girl Code, I Can Hook Up With Your Ex-Boyfriend If I Want. One exception was a 2015 column Owens wrote for the site that roasted conservative Republicans, writing that it was good news that the Republican Tea Party will eventually die off peacefully in their sleep, we hope. The last post on the site dates to September 2016, about a month after Trump won the presidential election. Roughly 7 months later, Owens came out as a conservative in a YouTube video. A leopard doesn't change their spots. Well, I do believe people can change, but whether she has or not, I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, Phoenix Ammunition. There's a ballistics review of the Charlie Kirk assassination, why Candace Owens is an idiot, allegedly. It goes for 37 minutes. I will put it in the... That's if I can put it in the live stream. Can I do that? Are they going to let me today? Oh, yes, I'm allowed to now. Okay. It's a 37-minute video on the ballistics and why she's wrong. Okay, it depends on which bullets they use. It depends on a lot of stuff, actually. I have looked at a couple of ballistics things and it's quite interesting. Rooted Wing said, I actually hope at this point that Candace just keeps going full speed ahead. She's losing all the high IQ critical thinkers who at first thought she was really onto something, as they see how unsubstantiated and tabloid her blood content really is. And they're calling it, this is QAnon 2.0. No, it's not. Nothing like it, actually. QAnon was a completely different animal. 0 Hour said, laugh my ass off. Now Ian Carroll, who seems to be a cheerleader for Candace Owens, got caught lying about guns and fake tests he did. An actual marksman called him out in his bullshit. Ian Carroll said it's a 1,000-yard gun. He explains in his very expert opinion in the full video the difference is real but negligible. We also have tests at that range if you want them. Spaceballs, the X account, said, what is the accepted definition of a 1,000-yard gun? Son, you done ventured into the gun section of X where people actually know what they're talking about. This isn't the place to try and bullshit. So people, they're getting called out. Okay? Native Patriot said, I'll tell you what makes you less of a man, listening to Candace Owens. Seriously? I initially was going light with my disagreements, but the more I see of her, the more I dislike. I've met high IQ women who are functionally retarded. Candace reminds me of that. Understand the way she describes Tim Pool, the hyperbolic, figurative, abusive behaviour. Oh, yeah, she said he's the type to go gamble $100,000, come home and beat his wife. She's got no proof that he does that, but, you know, that's what the hyperbolic, figurative, abusive behaviour is. She also said Tim Pool's brother tried to kill him. No, he didn't. Okay, Tim Pool was not around. The house got broken into. one of the security guards could have shot a round off in the kitchen. Yeah, Tim Pool's saying that did not happen. Understand the way, oh, yep, I read that one. She's only expressing that he's acting like that kind of guy. She can't be sued because it's not a statement of fact. It's not even saying that he does that. It's just how he's acting. This is how she runs her entire show. This is how she's just asking questions. I was on board with her digging into Charlie's murder, but this soap opera daily drama of entertaining every single bit of crazy information she sent, along with accusing everyone from Erica to Santa Claus and being part of this conspiracy. It's disingenuous and exactly what MSM did with Trump. The walls are closing in. We got him this time. Russia, Russia, Russia. She's the new iteration of The View. Now you know how MSM became so corrupted over time. You see the clicks, the super chats, the attention-grabbing episodes, and you continue down that path. Last but not least, she draws the false dichotomy of you either support me or you're a compromised Fed asset. Yes, it's not one or the other. There's us in between that are going, what the hell is going on? By disagreeing with her yesterday, I was accused of that by several people and was informed I might not even be a real person. That might be her chat who says that. I go around accusing everyone who doesn't agree with Candace of receiving $7,000 from Israel. Hello, where's mine? I don't agree with her. Okay, Israel last, don't forget. That needs to be cleaned up too. Anyone who tells you to believe them, only them, and tune in next episode for the groundbreaking truth with the receipts that'll bring the walls down for sure, which is every episode apparently. Candace may have started out genuinely, but I don't see a genuine person anymore. Who cares what I think, though? You know, I'm just a Thai guy and I'm just some chick in a bloody bedroom whinging on the internet. Just putting my thoughts out there while I wait for my oil to be changed in my work truck. On you, mate. Yep, and that's it. Thank God. Okay, 41 minutes. Thank God it wasn't that long. That's just some more information if everyone wants to dig into Erica Kirk, which I haven't done either. So, you know, I think there's something wrong with the whole thing. I have questions, but I'm not accusing, well, okay, other than maybe this, I'm thinking maybe the CIA and MK Ultra, but I'm not literally accusing. Okay, it even made it to the Gateway Pundit. They have not reported on it. Candace Owens unleashes on Erica Kirk, mocks her after Fox News interview. Podcast host Candace Owens responded after Erica Kirk went off on her for profiting off her husband's murder. Charlie Kirk's widow Erica hit back at Candace Owens and others for profiting off her husband's murder on Wednesday. Why do they say things twice? Okay, Candace Owens has suggested the French government, Israel Netanyahu, Jewish donors, US government, deep state, TP USA leadership, Erica Kirk, and many others are to blame for Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I know she didn't directly blame Erica Kirk, but she insinuated. Without mentioning her name, Erica Kirk went scorched earth on Candace Owens for making hundreds and thousands of dollars going after her TP USA family. Well, if you think about it, Candace Owens kind of needs that money to face the Macrons in that court case that's still going on, by the way. Here's my breaking point. Come after me. Call me names. I don't care. This is what Erica said, right? I don't care. Call me what you want. Go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, no, Erica Kirk said. Just know that your words are very powerful and we are human. My team are not machines, they're not robots, they're human. We have more death threats on our team and our side than I've ever seen. I have kidnapping threats. You name it, we have it. And my poor team is exhausted. And every time they bring this back up, what are we supposed to do? Relive that trauma all over again? They watched my husband get murdered, Erica Kirk said. Can my children have one thing? Everything was public. Can my babies have one thing where we hold it sacred? Where my husband is laid to rest? where I don't have to be worried about some secular revolutionary coming and destroying my husband's grave while my daughter is sitting there praying. I do not have time to address the noise. My silence does not mean I'm complacent, Erica Kirk said. Later Wednesday, Candace Owens attacked Erica Kirk and mocked her. That wasn't grief, that was a performance. She just unmasked herself and the entire TPUSA machine in one interview. We knew Charlie Kirk. Now the world gets to know Erica Kirk, Candace Owens said. It's never been more obvious of a psychological operation. I actually wish TPUSA would put me on payroll so I could help them make these things look more organic. Why, are you an actress who thinks that they could make these things look more organic? I don't know. Okay, no matter which side you're on, we're going to find out, aren't we? One way or another, we will find out, guys. Okay, let me go through your comments before I wrap it up. And hopefully I don't have to say too much more about it. J1 said, I'm just going to say I'm backing Candace, not going to lie. Erica's the weird one, and the more I look into her background, it just gets more suspicious by the minute. Fair enough. That's fair enough. I don't tell anyone who to believe, so I'm not going to do that. Hey, Janelle, how you going? Yeah, it's up to you who you listen to. Alex said, I know, pure evil, a lot of them, Deb. Pinkster said, yeehaw. You should hear me do that one out loud. I'm pretty good at it, actually. Deb said, sick of this shite with these people. Hey, Wall Stew, how you going? Hello, guys. Monty Python is live at the moment. Monty Python? Yeah, Deb, how much money are people making? I'd like to know too. Alex said, yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to the X-Files Watch with Hev episode tomorrow. Yes, we will be doing that, and I can't wait. Alex said, yeah, yep, I read that one. How you going, Marlo? Good to see ya. And Wall Stew, did I say hello to you? Hello anyway. Deb said, I love Monty Python. Yeah, Pinkster said it's a good distraction. Well, that's what's taken over X at the moment. That's why I felt the need to, because I couldn't find any other news. Well, I could, but it was like here and there, like very minimal. Okay. Alex said it's all part and parcel for the drama of the show. They're all jumping on the bandwagon, probably making loads of money in the process. Yes. AWOL Stu said, I can't stand another Candace or Omar New York minute. It's all trending and MK clickbait, but it's beer o'clock. There you go. It's always beer o'clock somewhere. AWOL Stu. Deb said, this is what they want, all of us to be wrapped up in this drama. Yeah, well, I already got a headache this morning just thinking about doing this stream, and I'm like, do I really want to? I was thinking of changing it at the last minute. And then I thought, no, just get it over and done with. Put the info out there, let it fall where it may. It's up to you what you believe. I'm not going to tell anyone what to believe. But I'm waiting for the court case. I want to see what happens. Alex said, makes me wonder what's going on while people are concentrating on this smoke. Yeah, look over here, not over there. Alex said, I've always kept out of it all. It seems like the right thing with what's going on now. AWOL Stew. Deb said, what's really good on in the world that they want us to know? Oh, what's going on in the world they don't want us to see? Yeah, exactly. Deb said, I would have liked it to have. Alex said, there's definitely been a lot of eye rolling this week. Oh, I was going to say that at one point. Like, can you hear me eye rolling here? Can you hear my eyes rolling? Oh, my God. Marlo said, the world gets stranger every day, or is it better reporting? Honestly, Marlo, I'm not sure at the moment. Yeah, Deb, her voice is setting off my verdict. Oh, no. Alex said, yeah, because that's really funny to joke about. She's lost the plot. She was laughing at Erica too, like when Erica said stop. Then she got on laughing, saying we're going to have a really fun show. Really? You're talking about the death of your supposed best friend and you're going to have a really fun show? Yeah, it's only because she makes lots of money, that's why. I think that's my personal thought. I've seen it before. Sean Atwood, hello, people. It's funny because they're both into those weird sex things too. Remember Sean Atwood, Daddygate, 2019, 2020? Yeah. That weird thing where he had a traffic person who he interviewed, had a 4-part series on her, and then released a prank video where they were doing naughty things. Been different if it was kept private, but no, it was put all over the internet. And then looking like he was sniffing cocaine, but he said it was flour and he sniffed flour up his nose. I want to know how that went, actually. Yeah. And he stands behind Candace Owens, so I'm sort of going, okay, well, I don't trust you as far as I could throw you or anyone you back, actually. But is that also meant to cause that divide? I don't know. I didn't trust Virginia Giuffre because she went on Sean Atwood's show. That's how bad I know he is. I watched it. I saw it with my own eyes and wow, is all I can say. This is interesting anyway. Alex said, yeah, because that's really funny to joke about. She's lost the plot. Alex said, I agree completely bonkers, Marlo. Pinkster said she looks so much like Halle Berry. In that photo, though, she looked a lot like Obama. Alex said, I know, Deb. AWOL Stu said, I nearly got to meet Santa last night, but I got turfed out from the alcohol-free event on asking where the free alcohol was. On your AWOL Stu. Peg's Place said, going hard to know who's telling the truth now. Yep. Alex said, yeah, I can see that. There are a lot of celebs that look like doppelgangers of each other, even dating back centuries in some case, Pinkster. Yeah. Deb said, my new bed is coming any day now. I'm hoping the new bed set up, etc. will help, hopefully, Alex. Hey, I got a new mattress and it's like about 5 inches higher than the last one, so I'm actually sitting right up and it's a hard mattress, so it's good for your back, apparently. And Peg's Place, hey, going, yeah, drama. These are the days of our lives. That's what it feels like. Oh, my God, these are the days of our lives. The days of our drearies. Alex said, I agree. I tend not to trust any of them. Peg's Place, yep. Alex said, that'd be wonderful. I hope it comes soon, Deb. J1 said, munch on the popcorn. Yeah, I was going to put popcorn in the thumbnail, and I thought, no, that might be, like, not appropriate. Seriously. Yep, Alex said, popcorn at the ready. Alex said, looking forward to it. The truth is out there, the X-Files, yep. Deb said, I'm eating potato gems. Nice one. Alex said, what are potato gems? They're little pieces of potato. Are they crumbed, Deb? Peg's Place said, looks like Big Mike. Okay. Deb said, yes, we are living on the young and the restless or the bold and the beautiful days of our lives all mixed in. J1 said, shouldn't the FBI have the cell phone? J1, they can get the information and give it back, which they have done. They have gotten the information off the cell phone and given it back to Erica. I don't know. I think Candace thinks she should have the cell phone. She thinks she has a right to know where the grave is. What, so she can send people over there to destroy it? I wouldn't trust her either. I don't trust anyone anymore. Alex said, I just looked them up. They look yummy, Deb. Teddy Bear said, holy crap, it's Canbama. Hey, Wall Stew said Candace. Deb Richardson said tinny hash brown. J1 said munch on the popcorn again. And poor Flyby Stew the other day, I thought he was unsubbing from me. He's a long-time listener and God love him. I'm glad he's not. It was me. It's me. Deb said Staten Obama. Alex said probably would, but would they share them? Lots of 3-letter agencies are famous for holding stuff, J1. Look, they can't release the evidence because it's going to taint, like you can't. There's a court case going on. If they've got any evidence, they've got to save it for the court case. So no one has a right to that until, that's why I'm waiting for it. Alex said probably, but would they share them? Yeah, no. Deb said depression food from Alex. I'm on my second batch. Alex said she's gone in the head or playing very good game to keep everyone distracted. AWOL Stu said seems like Candace is our new opera. Deb said all the holidays are on massacre days. Sal said I'm sick of hearing about Candace. So am I. I'm sick of reporting on it, actually. I might just completely ignore it. You never know, and just come out with the what the court case has to say about everything. We'll see. I don't know. Alex said, oh, sweetheart, sending you lots of love and prayers. Love you, Deb. Yeah, love you, Deb. Sal said, g'day, Havites. How you going, Zal? Good to see ya. Deb said they built on top of very important places to change the narrative. Yeah, they've hidden our history. Shannon, g'day from the Riverland. How you going, Shannon? Judy, how you going? Candace's husband is financially invested with a CCP. It's interesting, isn't it? The more we find out, the more interesting it gets. Probably on all sides, actually. But I don't know. I haven't looked into Erica Kirk too deeply. Zal said, who else is sick of hearing about Candace? Distraction. Deb said, PETA are all being protected. Just look at your government in your country. Look at the judges and then their religions. Alex said, me, Zal? Shannon said, look over here, not over there. I know. Yeah, divide and conquer. Alex said, interesting seeing it all unfold, though, Zal. They'll be making the making of their own undoing. I believe that. AWOL Stu said Muttley. Shannon said Penelope Pitstop. Oh, Shannon said Captain Caveman. Is that how it went? I can't do it properly, but Alex said it does mean I seem a bit like wacky races, all racing to the number one nutter spot, inmates running the asylum. Yep, Shannon and I used to love wacky races, chocolate bars. Oh, I never knew they had chocolate bars. I used to love the wacky races, though. And Penelope Pitstop going, help, help. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Muttley. Muttley was funny. Dudley Dastardly. Shannon said they tried to get Brett Cooper. Shannon said, shh, secret squirrel. Shannon said Batfink. Oh, my goodness. Motor Mouse and Autocat. Oh, my God, Shannon. Alex said, you're doing better than I could with those names, Hev. Oh, yeah, some of them I can't even pronounce names. J1 said, I'll ask my magic 8 ball. On you, J1. Zal said, they're all fake, Hev. Yeah, Alex said, I was thinking that, Zal. Zal said, we must be getting very close to the end of the script. Oh, that's what I was thinking too, Zal. I'm on your line of thinking with that. Where all these twists and turns happen right near the end, like, you know. Yep, Alex, sit back and enjoy the show. Shannon said, I have number 2 balls and they are both, oh, Shannon. Blue ball, Shannon. Deb said, Alex, did you laugh at my email? Alex said, I'll also be aware that they are trying to screw us from the shadows. Yep, every which way. That's what they're trying to do. Shannon said, okay, maybe one of them is number 10. Yeah, Shannon, they want us to fight each other, then kill us all in our weakened state. They are Spectre from the James Bond series. J1 said, suspicious tumble. Judy said, Erica Kirk's mother works for the DOD. Oh, interesting. Alex said, I read some but have been too busy this week to read properly. I'd like to take time out to reply properly. I'm sorry you've had so much on your plate recently, Deb. J1 said, I think they got dirt on each other and know they're both under investigation. Yeah, imagine that. That's what I think's happening with maybe Nick Fuentes, Milo Yiannopoulos, and Candace Owens. I think, you know, somewhere someone's gonna undo themselves badly. Waiting for the crash now. Also, who's Michael Francesi? A mob person? Someone? Even he's saying, you know, Candace Owens, settle down. Okay. Shannon said, Erica Kirk gives me Amber Heard vibes, just a pretty actress with no soul or morals. Shannon said she has Kenny Copeland eyes. AWOL Stu said, Hev's going to say the P word. Which P word's that? Sal said, these people are insane. Alex said, I don't know where the time's going. I'll reply this weekend. Maybe if we can have proper chat and catch up if you want to, Deb. Alex said, this guy creeps me out. I don't know how anyone goes to his church. Shannon? Yeah, Copeland. Kevin Copeland. Yeah. Judy said, hi there, Deb and all. Happy Friday to all. Happy Friday to you guys. Shannon said, it's not how... Shannon, do you have to keep putting those ones in there? That's a dirty joke. Alex said, oh, yeah, Zelensky playing his piano, Shannon. Now I've got to read it because I've just read Alex's one referring to it. Shannon said, it's not how big your nail is, it's how hard you swing your hammer. Shannon said, Trump will give him just the... Oh, Shannon, stop. Deb said, can you read about Candace on multiple speed like we replay, Chipmunk? Yeah, it's over now. That's it. AWOL Stu said, it was the P word and it rolled off Hev's tongue. Good job done today. Alex said, and belly dancing? What are we talking about here? Shannon said, Ukraine is done. Zelensky's the baddie. Deb said, it's not allegedly. It is actually. She's an idiot. Alex said, I hope so. And that's another thing I'm sick of hearing about. And him spending the money on lavish shopping trips and luxury yachts while people giving the money starve and free, Shannon. Deb said, Albany bottom buddy Zelensky. Deb said, Candace no better than campus bully. Alex said, they're clearly not letting a tragedy go to waste. Yeah, don't let a good crisis go to waste. Deb said, follow the money. AWOL Stu said, what you talking about, Willis? Oh, I love that too. Deb said, the real people are so sick of Candace. Alex said, she docks children. Nothing genuine about that. Anyone who doxes anyone is horrible, let alone children. Yeah. Shannon said, I pity the fool, Mr. T. Yep, J1 said, go get him, Candace. Don't listen to the haters. So we got Candace supporters and we got the opposite. Yep. Good on you, J1. As I said, I don't tell anyone who to listen to. All I say is do your own research and use your own discernment. And God help us all. Yeah, Deb, you know them by their fruits. I think she's nasty. That's why. That's why I don't agree, okay? She's getting nasty. She's really nasty. And I know there's questioning things, but there's no need to go at it like nasty. Shannon said they do call it Queen Candace. Shannon said, all dodgy distraction as far as I can tell. Let's muddy the waters. Yep. Yeah, Alex, yes, I think so. Something is happening in the background while all this is going on, Shannon. I agree. And stuffed if I could find it. Well, it just jumped, didn't it? Holy cow. How far back was I? Yeah, okay, around here somewhere. Hey, D-Lee, how you doing? Alex said, yeah, I think so. Something's happening in the background. Yep, well, this is going on, I agree. AWOL Stu said, I'm with you, Jay, on that one. Sal said, if you follow any of these mouthpieces, you're the dumb one. Alex said, I'm not backing any of them. I don't want a horse in this race. Yeah, I don't follow, like, Erica Kirk or Turning Point USA. We'll be watching their response to Candace in the next couple of days, though. Also waiting for the court case to wrap up and see what comes out of that before I start asking questions. Yeah, J1, it's crazy town, both sides of the tracks. Alex said, I know what you mean, there's seemingly no time to finish it all. Peg's Place said, so much crap going around on every subject, good and bad on everyone. Well, everyone's got a past. I mean, like, you know, I was no angel either. But, you know, I'm looking at like current, the way people are currently handling themselves. But anyway. Zal said, media mouthpieces, followers, and then there's some here too. AWOL Stu said, I believe I'll have another beer soon. Shanna said, it's all lies all the way down. Candace said, my eyes roll every time I hear Candace. I'm like that too now. I just really... Dealey said, you are correct. Shanna said, ooh, I just threw up a bit in my mouth, Sean Atwood. Go watch True Geordie interviewing Sean Atwood. Tribute to his best mate who died. What was his name? A tribute to his best mate on True Geordie, right? Go to 1 hour, 47 minutes and listen to how Sean Atwood likes to be pegged in that rear end. These people, there's something wrong with them, man, I'm telling you. Alex said, oh, don't remind me, Daddygate made me want to vomit when they said it was part of a sting operation because they got caught, Hev. Yeah, exactly. He said he went on military mode. He's never been in the military. How does he know what military mode is? What the fuck? And then putting a prank video out like that was like, that's, I don't know what that is, but that's not military mode, mate. Shanna says, Zal is always correct. Zal said, central casting, folks, that's all you're seeing. Wake the fuck up. AWOL Stu said, I sniffed international roast once, never again. You meant to put it in your cup, not up your nose. Yes, exactly. Yes. AWOL Stu, it's coffee. Zal said, hello, Hev's got a new mattress. Yeah, in my single bed. Shannon said, what makes a movie? What makes good and bad actors? Yeah, I'm seeing some good and bad ones, I'm telling you. Deb said, my new mattress is much higher too. Yeah, it's good because instead of climbing out of bed, you now just sort of roll your legs out and you're up, nearly, you know, because I'm so short, that is. Shannon said, tater tots, same thing. AWOL said, take that silly beanie off, Tim. It's starting to shit me. Yeah, he's bald underneath. I don't know why he doesn't just take it off. Bald guys are all right, man. I don't know. I just find some bald people attractive. Not Sean Atwood, but other ones, you know. Alex said, yeah, nice. Yeah, hopefully that'll help with your back. I was going to say we need another Dr. Tim talk as I've started taking collagen and is apparently really good for joints and gut, etc. Yeah, if you get the right one, Alex. I've got collagen from grass-fed meat, a powder, right, a collagen powder, which I've been putting in my drinks, and apparently it's very, very good for you. Yeah, Deb, so happy Hev. Hopefully it helps your body too. Yes, I agree, and I didn't have a headache this morning. I haven't been waking up with one. I only got it 2 days ago. But I haven't been waking up with a headache until I start looking into Candace Owens, and then all of a sudden I get a headache. Is that God telling me not to bother? I think so. It kind of confirmed it this morning when I got a headache after I got up and started looking at Candace Owens shit, and I'm like, oh my God, okay, I got a headache. Alex said, as well as that, collagen is a good all-rounder too, Hev. Yes. Yeah, Dealey said, Alex, yes to collagen. Shanna said, canned ass. AWOL Stu said, you will not lose the faithful, Hev. Oh, good. I'm glad. But Deb said, you're funny, Hev. Well, I try. Did you know, hey, I've got something to tell you that I forgot to tell you for the last month, right? Because all this stuff's been going on. Oh, what did I knock over? My daughter in Australia, driving down a road, hit a deer about a month ago. Her car's been in getting repaired for the last month and she's using my car, right? A deer. Okay. Oh, dear. I know we got deer in Australia, but this was like 10 minutes out of Penrith and a deer ran in front of a car and she hit the bloody thing, sent it flying, right? Damaged a car completely. The poor deer, I feel sorry for it, but honestly, it's not something I mean, kangaroos, yeah, you expect, I hit a kangaroo, damaged my car, nearly wrote my car off, yeah, fair enough. But a deer, I think someone around the Penrith area or just outside of Penrith has deer, maybe. Yeah, it's a pity she didn't stop, pick it up and put it in the back of the car to bring home. I told her that. I said, we could have had venison. We could have had some deer, man. Anyway, just something I thought was interesting that I might let you know. Dealey said, Hev, could you exchange emails for Alex and me? What, give each other your emails? AWOL Stew said, cheeky cat is trying to murder another baby bunny. Grrr. Oh, no. Dealey said, as long as that's still okay, Alex? Carl, how you going? It's exhausting. Trust no one, especially since the FBI is still corrupt. Yeah, well, apparently they're not the ones that are doing this case. It's a state case. But hey, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Deb said, yes, Alex, my friend said collagen is helping us so much. Shannon said, hey, yelp. J1 said, Erica missing children, not good. D-Lee said, help, have. Alex said, I started taking Lion's Mane 2 as made of the world of difference alongside my magnesium glycinate, vitamin D3, K2 and hemp oil tablets. Brilliant stuff, thanks to Timmy. Tal Mock said, dastardly do right, wasn't it? Dastardly do right. Deb said, I'm in a really interesting mood today. So am I, to be honest. AWOL Stew said, the cat thinks it's a lion. They do, don't they? Sal said, my wings are like a shield of steel. Beep, beep. Shannon said, Kimber. Alex said, I wrote it on your last community post that you replied to me on the other day, Dealey. Hopefully you saw it. Ah, there you go, Dealey. It's on your last community post. Go have a look. Zal said, I used to love Kimber. Shannon said, I was born in Kimber. Zal said, 6 drops of sinister sauce. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Dealey said, yes, Alex, real whole foods, 432 hertz music, meditation and art, no big pharma anymore, big difference. Deb said, I love it when cats think they're lions. That's not what she said, but I changed a word in there. Alex said, I thought that you would want to spend every waking moment with your tiny children if they had just lost their father. She's always away from them. Very sad, J1. AWOL Stew said, and a drop of tenderness. There's no aphrodisiac like loneliness. Why did that remind me of that, AWOL Stew? You shouldn't leave me alone. Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Dealey said, no, I didn't see it yet, Alex. Sal said, all these cabal minions are all eating their tails. Well, that's what I'm kind of waiting for. Everyone to start turning on each other and pulling each other down. It's already kind of started with Nick Fuentes. He's just saying everyone's gay, apparently. Was it him or Milo? I don't know anymore. They all seem the same to me. I don't know. I'm waiting for Candace to start promoting Islam. That's what I'm waiting for. Let's see if it happens. AWOL Sue said, AWOL Sue, oh my God. Sorry, Stu. AWOL Stu said, Deb, she's just vertically challenged like Heaven Alex. Yeah. Oh, goodness. J1 said, Alex has to do with the charity Erica started for underprivileged children. She got deported for some that went missing. It goes deep and possible links to Clinton Foundation. Alex said, yes, it's amazing how changing a few things can completely change your whole life for the better. They don't want people knowing that, though, as it would wake too many people up. Shannon said, why they pave over murder scene 2 days later? Yeah, there's lots of questions. I agree, but I don't agree with just throwing, like, accusations out everywhere. Especially, like, you know, whether she is or not more in mourning, it doesn't look good to do that, man. Right, where am I? AWOL Stew said socks and undies are a great start, Alex. Deb said the news is just trying to get us all fighting. I think so. Alex said, yeah, I saw that. Wasn't that in Ukraine too when she was 17? Did you see the weird video a dad made? The only video on his YouTube 10 years ago, J1. D. Lee said, Alex, I didn't see anything on my community post. I'll have to look afterwards. Alex said, I don't know what his channel is, as I saw it through another channel, J1. J1 said, doxing children, missing children, maybe they were in cahoots. Deb said, the louder they are, the more they're hiding. Alex said, could be World War III that they're trying to hide. Apparently we're being told to prepare for it all to kick off. Macron apparently said we'd need to be prepared to lose our children, evil monsters. Yeah, I think that's all beating the war drums again. NATO was doing it, as I reported on that yesterday. Shannon said, forensic treasure trove. Shannon said they could clone a person just from your jocks. Oh. Alex said, it was a reply to one you sent me back the other day. I can't resend that after. I can resend it after if you didn't see it. AWOL Stew said, look, sometimes it's better to feed the chickens than get pecked. Deb said, Atwood is on someone else's channel. Really? Yeah, go and look at True Geordie's channel and look up Sean Atwood, tribute to his best mate who died, and go to 1 hour 47 minutes and tell me there's not something wrong with that. Some woman tried to open up his rear end, apparently, with toys. I don't look, man, things that the public do not need to know. Seriously, there's some things you should keep to yourself, mate. Daly said, okay, Alex, I'll check it afterwards. Alex said, I'd rather not listen to that Shatwood thing again. Once was enough, I know. Deb said, Atwood is a psycho. Yep. Shannon said, old mattress glowed in the dark under UV light. Whose old mattress, Shannon? Certainly not mine. Deb said, mine is a double. Sal said, have you going to find all these people you're seeing in the media non-human? They're being pressed now and revealing themselves. Yeah, Deb said, bald man have solar panels to sex objects. What? What does that mean, Deb? J1 said, shaving my head now, Hev. Yes, some men look really good bald. No, I don't know. I don't know. They do. Can't help that, If you look good bald, good on you. Alex said, mine is marine collagen tablets. I have to look up the one you said. Yeah, I reckon the one from, and J1, that's hilarious. You're shaving your head now. Yeah, Alex, I believe the gelatin from the bones of, it's like beef bone broth gelatin. Comes from in the bones. So, and our body really absorbs it very well. So that's what it cost me like. I think it was only $10 or $20 for a bag of the powder. Alex is laughing at J1. Deb said, yes, God is talking to you. Stop Candace drama, Hev. Yes. Telling me to stop. Yes, it is. That's why the headaches. Hey, Wall Stew said, J1, I do it for convenience. The bachelor life. Shannon said, joints are good for your joints, allegedly. You know what it is good for? Nausea. That's all I'm going to say about that. Deb said, venison, yummy. Yeah, venison, oh, mate. Dealey said, I've been using BioTrust collagen for 5 years and also give it to my dogs. Shannon said, had a deer. Alex said, okay, cool. Look forward to hearing from you, Dealey. Deb said, you could be eating Bambi. I don't care. If you kill it, you might as well use it. Not that, sorry, Deb, I don't mean to come across like that at you. But I really wouldn't care if I was eating Bambi. If you kill a deer, right, it'd be a waste to let it go to waste. Shannon said, lost deer answers to John. Alex said, oh no, poor dear. Yeah. Alex said, I'm glad your daughter's okay. Must have been scary. Yeah, well, the kids were in the car too. So they all came home all, AWOL Stew said, doe, a deer, a female deer. Oh no, my poor brain. Shannon said, a deer, doe, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. How can you tell I used to watch The Sound of Music over and over again? I used to love that movie. Carl said, Dudley, do right. Carl said, hi, I just can't type. Stupid autocorrect, don't worry about it. It's all right. It happens to me too. Alex said, my keys are like mini lions. Oh, now it's gone again. It jumped on me again. Oh, it's around here somewhere. Shannon said, was that your tummy rumbling or is that a lion in its cave? No, someone did walk down. There's a ramp, a steel ramp at the front of our house. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Someone did walk past. J1, it makes a funny noise, but no, I haven't, no. My tummy's not rumbling at the moment. J1 said, would the new mattress have anything to do with the interesting mood, Deb? Wink, wink. Yeah, oh, Deb, yes. Maybe Deb. Certainly not me. Alex said, a boy called Sue. AWOL Stew said, a boy named Sue. Snap Stew. Shanna said, how do you do? Deb said, let the go at it and film would be more interesting than verbal dribble. Let them go at it? Is that what you meant? And film it would be more interesting than verbal dribble. Alex said, little shorties, AWOL Stew. Yeah, Deb said they want fear factor. J1 said, Deb, now that would be a show. Maria, how you going? Maria said, hi, Hev, hi all. Hope all are well. I feel washed out because of the cold I went through. Now it's nearly Christmas. Oh my God, quick, get everything done in time. I know. I think I'm going to be on a mad scramble towards Christmas and might have to take a few more days off here and there just to get things done. I'm cooking a lot for Christmas this year. So, yeah, it's going to be few and far between around Christmas time for me. Well, Stu said, Alex, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight and the dog. Shannon said maybe he wanted to be a hat coat rack. Alex said Shatwood bummed into the mind. Oh. Or is it burned into the mind? I can't read properly because these glasses aren't that good. Menacing Muskrat said, is that the same Sean Atwood that interviews Kevin and E? Could be. He's bald. Sean Atwood's bald. So that might help you if you look at the person. Deb said, no thanks, I don't need to know what Atwood puts in his butt. Yep, exactly. Alex said, hey Marie, good to see you. I know it's gone so quick. Oh, Kevin and Nat? I don't know. I'm sus anyone Atwood. I know I shouldn't be because it's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater, but I don't trust Atwood so much that anyone who goes on his show is like, sorry, no, don't trust you. Because to me they have no, what do you call it? Discernment, really, enough to look into him. I don't know. I can't accuse anyone of anything, really, but it's just how I think. I don't know. Alex said, hey, Maria, it's good to see you. I know it's gone so quick. Yeah, Menacing Muskrat said, Kevin and Nat. Okay. Deb said, but. Deb said, I love Bambi too. Deb said, yummy, Bambi. Zal said, love to all, got to go. Have a good one, Zal. Thanks for the correction, Carl. Deb said, awesome, mum killed Bambi, mum. Alex said, take care, God bless, see you soon, Zal. Shannon said, Disney films are all trauma-based mind control. Oh, that's why they make the sad ones like Lassie that makes you cry and stuff like that. AWOL Stu said, I shouldn't be alive. It's my favourite YouTube channel. Lately, I binged on. They have happy endings, and I believe you can see God's irony and love. Hey, AWOL Stu, I Shouldn't Be Alive is a show that really helped me. If you think your life's bad, go and watch I Shouldn't Be Alive. Seriously. Might make you think twice about how bad your life is at the moment. You know, unless, like, you know, there's really, really bad stuff going on, then I feel for you. But, yeah, I Shouldn't Be Alive is a great show to watch if you're feeling a bit down about your life, honestly. Deb said, I think a sing-along is better than the news today. Yes, let's have a sing-along. Deb said, yes, they are, Shannon. AWOL Stew said, I love all you guys. We love you too, AWOL Stew. Menacing Muskrat said, darn, it's going to be cold tonight. Minus 42 degrees with wind, minus 50 degrees Celsius something. Oh, my goodness, Menacing Muskrat, that's cold. And I'm not even sitting on a chair, Deb. That was the chair's fault? No, I'm not even sitting on a chair. I'm sitting on the side of my bed. I'm going to wreck this mattress. It's only a couple of days old. By putting a big bottom indent right at the head where I sleep. Lovely. There's nowhere else for me to sit in this room. This is the only place I can sit. I don't think I can fit my chair. Maybe I could. I don't know. But it'd be a squishy if I brought the chair in. Okay. Alex said, I'm really looking forward to Christmas dinner with all the trimmings. Yummy. Yeah. Deb said, film the cooking. Yeah, Deb, you know that thing you bought me? I've got to find it. It's buried in, I packed it, everything, right? And it's buried in there somewhere. And I've got to find that, because that was great, following me around the kitchen, that thing. I could just put the record button on and the whole thing would follow me no matter where I walked around the kitchen. I'll try. How's that? And I'll put it up on Heb's Lifestyle channel or whatever it is. I was going to do an aerobics one yesterday too. Alex said, no fly spray this year, Heb? No. No, they're not getting near the plates this time. It's me. I'm in control. J1 said, have cooking pre-tenderised deer. Yep. AWOL Stew said, moral compass. Sorry, guys. Deb said, I only have to look at my stomach to see how better my life is. Yep. Alex said, great live, Hev, and everyone, hope you all have a good night and day. See you on Rumble. I'll see you here first tomorrow and then on Rumble with the X-Files, definitely. Shadow said, police, I'll let you off with a ticket if you have 3 Christmas items, air freshener, it's a Christmas tree. The envelope contains a Christmas card, and the third, I grab a pair of, what? Pants from the glove box? Shannon. Deb said, awesome, yes, have dig it out. Shannon said, the officer looks confused. They are carols, I say. Ha 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 ha. Funny one, Shannon. Deb said, you're in control, Hev. Dealey said, much love and hugs to everyone right here. Yep, and I shall see you tomorrow with that, guys. I'm off. Have a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. I'm credulous. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know the mic's on.